What on earth is going on with MetisDao? MetisDao is not stopping to rise. It's going up and up and up. In this video, we're going to look at why is this happening. This is the rally I'm talking about. More than 50% just today. Almost 200% in the last week. And it's 300% in the last month. Now what's going on? In this video we are not going to look at the website and read all the marketing jazz, because in the end that does not count. Instead we will focus on data that most people are not looking at. We are going to look at the developer activity on GitHub, how many code changes are being made by the programmers. We are going to look at the capital that is locked up in the Metis blockchain. Most important of all, we are going to look at on-chain data, as in what is the retail investor doing versus what are the whales doing? Who is driving this rally really? What we have over here is the GitHub repository of the Metis protocol. And there aren't too many updates. One update a week ago, another one 3 weeks ago, another one on November in this year. Very few updates, relatively speaking. So it probably is not really fundamentally driven as in a new project being launched. At least we can't see this in the GitHub. The next question is capital inflows. Is maybe that layer 2 on top of Ethereum suddenly being used much more? Here is the total value lock chart of Metis on DeFi Llama. It's currently 80 million, was at almost 500 million 1.5 years ago. It is spiking up recently though. That little spike here is unfortunately not caused by more capital being bridged over to Metis. Because when we take the same chart and we denominate this in Metis tokens, this is going down. So all of the price rise we see in US dollars in total value locked is simply because of Metis itself and because of Metis ecosystem tokens going up. Now some people look at Etherscan to see the holder development over time. And that's the small little chart here. Currently there are 19,000 holders, and it went up by 0.24% in the last 24 hours. I personally think this is way too little information. Instead, I like to use a tool that I developed myself, and that's also available in the premium membership. So that's thebitcoinstrategy.com. Link is down below if you want to use that tool. Let's look at what the whales versus the retail holders are doing here with the Metis token. On the left side, we've got the number of holders that have at least one token. That's currently $77. It's small retail with a bit of pocket change in this token. It's currently at roughly 9,000, and it's already cutting this number here in half, the 19,000 we saw on Etherscan. In the middle, we see the medium-sized holders. 10 tokens, so $800 roughly worth of the token. This is cutting that number in half. So it's not 9,000 holders anymore, but it's 5,000. Let's go one more order of magnitude up. 100 tokens, or roughly $8,000 worth of the token. This is the top 1,400 holders. Now we can go 3 more levels up. This is the whales, 1,000 tokens or $80,000 worth of the token. 224 wallets in total. 33 wallets have almost 1 million of the token. And then for 10 million, that's this chart here on the right, 3 wallets. That's probably mainly ecosystem or centralized exchange wallets. Now notice the behavior of that chart. A lot of people jumped on. And yes, we do see a bit of growth in the last days, especially by the larger holders, right? They accumulated, relatively speaking, more than just the regular dude. But that kind of increase on-chain cannot really correspond to a rally like this. The price of Metis is almost at all-time highs again. But the number of holders didn't go up as much as in the past. So I think centralized exchanges do have their hands in this game. We've now 16% of all of trading volume on OKX and another 16% on Gate.io. 10% on KuCoin. Now we don't have Binance here yet, but maybe, just maybe, that will change. Maybe it's even Binance that's driving this rally right now, accumulating some tokens in order to then allow for spot trading, but maybe also even launching perpetual futures. We are not seeing that much excitement on chain. It doesn't look like this is a rally driven by the broad masses. This seems to be a rally pretty carefully planned by a few people with a lot of capital. In other words, this rally is very much dictated by what those very few people want. Can this further continue? Definitely, especially if Binance does do in the end its listing for Metis. Will I personally jump on this? Probably not, because I don't really feel comfortable with the data. I like to have some kind of view on what's going on under the hood. And when the trading volume is not currently in centralized exchanges and when they dictate the price, I don't have visibility on what the masses think. My central approach to crypto is to always make data-driven trades. I want to see the data so that I can jump in and jump out accordingly. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. And if you enjoyed this video, a like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below.